Settle for three as the field goal unit comes on here. And his kick here is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. And the first 3 points of the night belong to our home team as they get the field goal on the game's initial drive.
A good, solid drive. It didn't wind up in the end zone, but that's okay. You've got something positive on the board, and you got the early lead.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, Kaiser. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Well, they certainly didn't waste any time throwing some deep passes here. But the defense, it wasn't unexpected. They told their secondary, be ready. You're going to be tested all night by this team.
Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Well, there's your first ROI, right? Return on investment of their first-round pick. His first NFL sack, I know they want him to be an impact player right out of the gate.
A lot of pressure to put on a young man, but I think you agree he has the ability to deliver on it.
And he just did. Probably the first of many sacks in a long career.
35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got a bike. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And this this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And let's see 6 defensive backs out there. They're in the dime here on 3rd and goal. They'll drop the throw. Now he's flushed out left. He may try and run for this. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So that scores now in their first 2 possessions, but it's 6-0. Probably not the kind of scores they were hoping for.
No, not at all, but I think that they've shown that they can have some success against this defense. So they'll go back to the sideline knowing the points are going to be there for the taking.
Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They'll run it again with Henry. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And then you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. A give to Henry. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and goal. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. 6 yards still to go here on 2nd and goal. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. Kaiser now. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So it's been a battle of field goals here early on. I guess if this were a soccer game, it'd be 2-1, but instead here it's now 6-3.
You mean if this were a football game? Give credit to both defenses, though. When push comes to shove here early, they've held the line, and neither of these offenses have been able to break through.
The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
I
don't know about that. Super toe.
A big play there for Cincinnati. 41 yards. Mixon. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now Mixon. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Doesn't take any great analysis on my part. It's been pretty obvious. Last couple of plays, these guys have been going in the wrong direction.
Offensive line overwhelmed on those plays. Now, I think it's safe to say going to the air here on 3rd. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Jordan Willis in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive down with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. Kaiser now on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. To throw is Kaiser, and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go and do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And some space here. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now they run with Mixon. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Here we go now. Leopard.
They'll run here with Mixon. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. They'll set up a throw. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Kenny Stills from 8 yards out. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple.
Corey Coleman. Coleman has it here right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Corey Coleman, 75 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. And he puts it through. They're within 3. It's 13-10. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Dumps it off to Mixon. And some room to roam now. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him 7 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw here. And he's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Back to throw here. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. Offense staying ahead of the chains here. 2nd and 3.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
On play action, they'll throw. To the left side here for Eifert. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st. Now the Bengals going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Let's go. All right, now, look at 56.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Just keeping the play alive. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
No, check. Patriot. All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And 3 yards on the carry there as this defense holds strong and takes it to 4th and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
It's a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they get the field goal near the end of the first half to expand that lead.
Now, that's got to feel good, but they can't let up. Now on the kickoff, they've got to make sure they don't give up a big return or big yardage to set up the other team for one last chance to score themselves.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here we go.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. William Jackson with a pick. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 46. And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, there's your first ROI, right? Return on investment of their first-round pick. His first NFL sack. I know they want him to be an impact player right out of the gate.
A lot of pressure to put on a young man, but under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the gun, Kaiser. And that is incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is fielded at the 27. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Here we go. 3-19.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Boom, landed.
They'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know, all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Jordan Willis in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They're going to look to throw. Caught Eifert over the middle. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Let's round! Come on, let's go! Ohio!
Kaiser now to throw on 1st down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And now the offense will look to respond after the sack. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. The play clock's running down. Kaiser just getting the play on. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah.
And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams.
The ball comes out, and I think the Browns got it. They did.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And on 2nd and 10 now. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The Browns on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. And Kaiser can't escape this time. They get to him. And that'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
He'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be knocked down sideways around the 37. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Second down to the offense, needing 5 yards. Now a handoff looking right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. They'll set up to throw. To Mixon on the check down. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
All right, here we go. Boo, 90! Boo, 90! Hot! 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 Hot!
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
First down, Kaiser. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Decent start to the drive there. Of course, they need the touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal.
Yeah, those guys are into it. How about the guys on the sidelines? You see the coaches signaling, all the personnel groups up on the sideline, ready to go in and out of the game. They've got to condense their time now in order to try and get back into it.
And that one results in 35 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
A first down throw for Kaiser. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Henry. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now first and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
Kaiser yet again. Flushed out right. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Looking to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now the Bengals on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up 4th down. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. And he is going to feel that one. Knocked down hard. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Kaiser on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And I think the ball's out, and the Bengals grab it. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. A gain of 7, and they pick up the 1st. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And to give this time to the tailback. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to the 25. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So yet another field goal to end the drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now a 2nd down throw for Kaiser. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. A big play that time for Cleveland. And even 50 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion. The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
On second down, Kaiser again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the first down yardage there. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. A first down carry for Henry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
To throw, Kaiser, and he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is going to be recovered by the Bengals hands team. And they're going to hang on and win this game. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Bengals, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.
Tanner.
You know, I'm like, yeah, nice P, you know?
What up, Pink?
Man.
La música de Harry Fraud.
When I pull up, they notice me. Come and talk to me like Jodeci. But don't you be too close to me. Them goons you see, let it go for me. I bring them